All right, look into his eyes now. Beautiful. And one more big smile for the camera.
Have you ever felt the bittersweet ache of longing for someone you love, counting every moment until you can be together again? In today's story, follow Ly Tieu Nu as she navigates long, tiring days on her farm and at the market, yet finds joy in dreaming of Truong's return. From imagining their beautiful wedding photos to envisioning tender moments of reunion, her heart brims with hope and love that lifts her spirits above all fatigue. Stay with us as we dive into this touching tale of patience, love, and dreams coming true. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories like this. After a long, sun-drenched day at the farm, Ly Tieu Nu finally allowed herself a moment to sit down and catch her breath. Her hands, roughened by hours of tending to the soil and carefully pruning the plants, still carried traces of dirt, little specks that seemed to sparkle in the fading golden light. She sank into the worn wooden chair near the edge of the field, feeling the cool evening breeze brush against her skin, bringing with it the faint, comforting scent of fresh earth and blooming flowers. The world around her was quiet, except for the distant lowing of cows and the occasional chirping of crickets. Yet inside her heart, a soft, persistent excitement hummed, one that no fatigue could diminish. She let her thoughts wander, drifting naturally to Truong. Though miles separated them at the moment, the mere thought of him seemed to dissolve every ache and every tired sigh from her body. His presence in her imagination was vivid. The gentle curve of his smile, the way his eyes lit up when he laughed, and the warmth of his hand when it rested in hers. She pictured him returning home, the day finally arriving when their lives, intertwined by love and longing, would be reunited in a gentle embrace. Her heart raced not from exhaustion, but from the anticipation of that day, a quiet joy that seemed to lift the weight of labor from her shoulders. As she watched the sky above, painted in delicate strokes of lavender and rose, she let herself dream freely. She imagined the small, intimate moments of their reunion, his careful steps toward her, the quiet laughter they would share as they recounted days spent apart, and the tender glances that would speak volumes more than words ever could. Even in these fleeting fantasies, she felt the heaviness of the day begin to fade, replaced by a bubbling hope that made her chest feel light, almost as if she could take flight. Each thought of Truong returning home to her, each vision of their shared happiness became a balm, healing her tired body and soothing her restless spirit. And as the sun dipped lower, casting a soft, warm glow across the farm, Ly Tieu Nu realized something remarkable. No matter how arduous the work, no matter how long the hours or how tired she became, the anticipation of love, of reunion, of shared dreams had a magic all its own. It carried her through the weariness, filling her with the quiet strength and an unshakable hope. Even in the stillness of the evening, as shadows stretched long across the fields, she felt alive, uplifted by a feeling that whispered tenderly to her heart. Truong would return, and everything they longed for would begin to bloom just as beautifully as the flowers around her. As Ly Tieu Nu sat there, letting the cool evening breeze wash over her, her thoughts naturally drifted further into a world of dreams and possibilities, painting scenes more vivid than the fields around her. She imagined the day Truong would finally return, and her heart swelled with warmth at the thought of him stepping through the familiar gate of the farm, eyes searching for her, a smile spreading slowly across his face. In her mind, she saw them together in an ethereal light, wrapped in the soft embrace of a world that seemed to pause just for them. She pictured herself in a delicate white wedding dress, its fabric flowing like a river of snow, while Truong stood opposite her in a crisp, tailored suit, exuding a quiet strength that both comforted and thrilled her. Every detail came alive in her imagination, the way the sun would catch his hair, the gentle brush of his hand against hers, the quiet laughter that would rise naturally between them, echoing like music across the farm. Her heart raced as she envisioned the photos they would take, each one a frozen moment of pure happiness, a testament to the bond they shared. She saw them walking hand in hand along the flower-lined paths, the camera capturing their candid smiles and the spark in their eyes that spoke volumes without a single word. She imagined them laughing at the tiniest jokes, leaning into one another as the shutter clicked, creating memories that would last long after the day ended. Each imagined frame felt so real that she could almost feel the weight of the camera in her hands, the warmth of Truong's touch lingering on her skin. The thought alone made her cheeks flush with joy, and for a moment, she forgot the ache in her back, the soreness in her hands, the exhaustion that had settled into her bones after the day's labor. Ly Tieu Nu's mind wandered further, lingering on the quiet intimacy of the moments they would share after the photos were taken. She imagined the gentle whispers, the soft laughter, the simple yet profound exchanges of love that would follow. In these moments, she felt a serenity that seemed almost sacred, a promise of a life intertwined with Truong's, filled with tenderness and mutual understanding. The vision of their future, bright and unbroken, wrapped around her like a comforting shawl, chasing away the shadows of fatigue. In that imagined world, every hardship of the day faded into insignificance, replaced by an overwhelming sense of hope and the certainty that their love would endure all trials, waiting patiently for the day it could blossom fully, just as they had always dreamed. As the last hues of sunset faded into a soft twilight, Ly Tieu Nu remained seated on the wooden chair, the gentle evening breeze whispering through the leaves and carrying the faint scent of the earth she had tended all day. Though her body ached from hours of work at the farm and the long trek to the market earlier, the weariness seemed distant, almost irrelevant, when set against the vivid tapestry of dreams she wove in her mind. She lifted her gaze to the horizon, where the sky melted from shades of purple to deep indigo, and felt a quiet strength blooming within her, fueled entirely by hope. The thought of Truong returning, of their lives entwining once again in love and shared dreams, was more invigorating than any rest could ever provide. Her imagination continued to carry her forward into that long-awaited reunion, a vision of moments so tender and intimate that she could almost hear the rhythm of their hearts synchronizing. She pictured him stepping closer, his eyes alight with a mixture of relief and adoration, his hands reaching for hers with the gentle certainty of someone who had been apart for far too long. In that imagined embrace, all the lonely nights, all the burdens she had borne, seemed to dissolve. The imagined warmth of his arms around her, the subtle squeeze of reassurance, and the whisper of his voice promising that they would weather everything together, filled her with a serenity so profound it brought tears to her eyes. Even the simple idea of sitting side by side on the farm porch, sharing quiet conversations while the stars slowly blinked awake above them, became a source of unshakable joy. In that moment, Ly Tieu Nu understood the extraordinary power of hope and love intertwined. Every droplet of sweat, every ache in her muscles, every long hour spent laboring to maintain the farm and sell their produce suddenly felt meaningful, for it was all a part of the life she and Truong were building together. She could almost see the wedding photos they would one day frame, smiles that reached their eyes, hands entwined, eyes locked in silent promises that would last a lifetime. The vision of a shared future, brimming with laughter, love, and quiet companionship, seemed to lift her spirit higher than the tallest sunflower she had planted that morning. With a heart lighter than it had been in weeks, Ly Tieu Nu rose from her chair, a smile spreading across her face, carrying with it a newfound energy. In that quiet evening, surrounded by the familiar sights and scents of her farm, she knew with absolute certainty, no matter how long the wait, Truong would return, and their love, patient and enduring, would bloom
Hello,
brighter
xin
than
chào tất
ever.
cả các khán giả của kênh Lý Tiểu Nữ Review. Trong câu chuyện hôm nay của chúng ta thì Lý Tiểu Nữ đã rất mong chờ đến giây phút cả cô và Trường sẽ đi chụp những ảnh cưới để lưu giữ lại khoảnh khắc đẹp của cả hai người. Liệu rằng điều đó có thành hiện thực hay không? Ờ, Tất cả sẽ được hé lộ vào các câu chuyện tiếp theo sẽ được phát sóng hàng ngày trên kênh. Nếu các bạn thấy video hay hấp dẫn, hãy bấm vào nút like, share và để lại comment ở dưới video nhé. Đặc biệt đừng quên hãy bấm vào nút subscribe để đăng ký kênh, sẽ nhận được thông báo mới nhất về các tập phim sẽ được phát sóng hàng ngày trên kênh. Cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều. Bye bye.